Welcome to an all-new season of Cardinal Sports. I'm Christian Rijos.
And I'm Tim Verstandig. It's a whole new season here in Cardinal Country. We've got tennis, soccer, and a couple of our own teams helping out the community. Don't go anywhere. Cardinal Sports starts right now.
Kick the season off. Not only are we enjoying a brand new season, we are also enjoying our brand new set, new to Cardinal Sports.
We've got some jerseys, some skates, a tennis racket, and oh yeah, some sports.
And it's tennis time. On the court behind Memorial Hall, where the Plattsburgh State Cardinals tennis team took on the Johnson State Badgers in an 8-0 blowout. Now, the way scoring works is you get a point for each match that's won. And Plattsburgh State started off great with 3 victories from the pairs of Caitlin Healy and Kelsey Henn, Jacqueline Sorello and Ciara Barrett, and Sarah Drexinger and Sherry Foreman. The Cardinals put themselves in a great position heading into the singles matches, where everyone shined once again, including senior Caitlin Healy. Caitlin was able to notch a victory, winning both sets against opponent Katharina Van Werkum. She took the first set without breaking a sweat, winning the first 6-0. Followed by a 6-1 second set victory. We caught up with the senior and asked her about the doubles and singles victories.
It was awesome. It's a really good feeling to have my last time on the courts here be 2 wins, and it makes me feel confident going into our other matches this weekend.
Now, it was also emotional because it was senior day. Along with Healy, Jacqueline Sorello, Ali Demeter, Sarah Drexinger, Kristen Napper, and Taylor Tessitore will be leaving the program at the end of the season. We asked Caitlin what her favorite thing about being a Cardinal was.
Spending time with my teammates. They're some of the greatest people you ever meet, and I know that they're lifelong friends. So just seeing them every day for the past 2 months, for 4 years, has been awesome, and they're great people.
Plattsburgh State gets to look forward to the SUNY playoffs, where they placed 3rd in the East region. This is the highest seed achieved in program history, and they're certainly excited about it for sure. Plattsburgh State athletes have proven to us that they don't just shine during the sport, but also in the community.
The women's basketball team recently hosted a Kids Night Out event to get the children of Plattsburgh area more involved. Check it out.
The beginning of October started with the Plattsburgh State women's basketball team hosting their first Kids Night Out event. The children were able to play basketball and take part in other activities with the athletes they looked up to. Freshman Taylor Clare is excited to take part in this event for the first time and in the years to come.
This is actually my first year. I'm a freshman, so I didn't even play in a game yet, but I intend on being here for 4 years, so you'll see me for 4 years then.
Of course, the kids were able to play basketball, but that's not where it ended. They could play table tennis, a fan favorite dodgeball, go for a swim, or even enjoy some snacks. We talked to head coach Cheryl Cole to find out how she got this idea for the event.
Well, I'd seen it happen at a bunch of campuses, and nothing had been going on like this around this area, so I thought there was a need, a way for our team to get more involved in the community. I thought a good, positive, healthy thing, as you can see, for a bunch of kids to do on a Saturday night, and at the same time let their parents have a few hours off, which is outstanding. So it's kind of a win-win for both sides. So and it's worked out well for us.
Now, the children weren't the only ones having fun. The team also got to enjoy their night helping out the community, getting a special feeling for themselves as well.
I really enjoy this event because for the last couple summers I've been a counselor at a day camp, so I'm used to working with kids and playing with them and interacting. So it's nothing new to me, and it's refreshing being at college with a brand new start and brand new kids.
The overall turnout was a great success. With so many different things to do, both the kids and the team had a great time on a Saturday night, leaving some wondering when it was going to happen again.
Well, parents jokingly say, "This is an overnight, right? Or you're doing it again next week, right?" They love it. We've fine-tuned it over all the years. We've it's run very, very safely. It's run very, very, we sign every kid in, we sign every kid out. I mean, we have lifeguards. We've figured out how to run it really, really effectively. So parents love it.
Kids Night Out will happen again on November 12th at Memorial Hall on Plattsburgh State's campus. The event runs from 6 to 9 p.m. for kids 5 to 13 years old. The cost is $10 per child with all of the same activities. Registration will be on site from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. on the day of the event. For Cardinal Sports Live, I'm Chase Kalman.
And it was soccer time at the Fieldhouse for the Plattsburgh State Lady Cardinals as they took on the Cortland Red Dragons on October 1st, where it was a tight game throughout. We could see a lot of back and forth action by both in the first half, a lot of defensive measures for both teams. Both teams had many opportunities, but nobody could capitalize. As we see here, a missed header by number 12, Cami Kaser, as she sends it over goaltender Victoria Barclay. And a lot more defensive action here, as both teams were not willing to budge. Even Madeline Sacuccio couldn't seem to get it past Barclay. We then see Cortland's Stephanie Sheridan attempt a shot, but a nice block by the Cardinal netminder Nicole Gibson. Sacuccio would score her first goal and then under a minute later go on to score a second off a beautiful ankle break and put it past Barclay, which would send Plattsburgh to a 2-0 victory.
And riding high off the momentum from the weekend, Plattsburgh State would take on Clarkson on October the 4th. The weekend hero, Madeline Sacuccio, would miss a penalty kick over goalkeeper Elise Green. Penalty kicks would prove to be a factor, though, as Plattsburgh's Anissa Hartman would put a penalty kick past Green to put Plattsburgh up 1-0 in the second half. Had the fans going crazy. And just about 7 minutes later, Sacuccio strikes again as she would put one in the back of the net to send Plattsburgh to a 2-0 victory once again. We caught up with the freshman Genevieve DiFrancesco and asked her what would make her team play at a better level than they already are.
Definitely coming out harder the first half, and we've been the second half team lately, and just working hard all around.
Plattsburgh looks to carry this momentum into the SUNY playoffs. And coming up next, Cardinal Sports will be following the men's hockey team off the ice.
Stick around to see some of our favorite players from multiple different teams getting involved with the community, as well as having a great time right here on Cardinal Sports.
Don't worry, Plattsburgh State Television will always be prepared to serve you quality content.
Talk Nerdy's Strange Things homage is lit. Hashtag OMG. What does OMG mean?
SRL is the greatest show of all time. Hashtag SRL is the best sports show on PSTV. That's pretty sweet. Take that, CSL.
News Briefs is on right now, and I'm getting the best news in the shortest amount of time. That's a major key. Hashtag key to success.
Tune in to WQKE at 93.9 FM, groundbreaking college radio.
Hi, my name is Mona Fidel. I'm a forward for the Plattsburgh State women's hockey team, and you're watching PSTV.
Thanks for staying with us, Cardinal Country. Now, the men's hockey team leave the ice to get more involved in the community.
We are now going to send it over to our field reporter, Chase Kalman. Check it out.
The Plattsburgh State men's hockey team suited up and played some hockey, but not the hockey we've grown to know. They put on a floor hockey tournament called Shoot to Stop Domestic Violence that was in collaboration with Behavioral Health Services North. Now the one who organized this was none other than Brandon O'Quinn, junior forward for the Plattsburgh State men's hockey team. We caught up with Brandon and asked him what gave him the idea to put on this tournament.
I'm a guy that likes to pay it forward and do charity events throughout the summertime, and we started brainstorming on some potential ideas where we could come in this year and get every guy in the team involved in some sort of charity event, and ball hockey seemed to be what made the most sense.
With this sellout event, there was a 64-player bracket making 8 teams of 8. The teams consisted of community members, other Cardinal athletes, and of course, the men's hockey team. In particular, sophomore forward Ross Sloan took a different job from his normal role on the ice, and he was the goalie for the tournament. While the forward was trying to make some moves in the net, we asked him what he thought about Brandon putting on the event.
Quinter's done a great job organizing it all. It's a good Saturday morning. Everyone's coming out, kind of letting loose, playing some ball hockey for a great cause. We're raising a ton of money, and it's a good outcome so far.
Now, while he was proud of his teammates putting on a great event, he was not so proud of his performance in the net, and probably won't challenge teammate Brady Rulo for the starting goalie position anytime soon.
I don't know, not the outcome we wanted. I think I let in 4 goals, a couple of weak ones, but I'm not going to pursue a career as a goalie, that's for sure.
Now, with all kidding aside, it wasn't just the hockey team that was happy with the event. Other Cardinal athletes, such as Fernie Merkel of the women's basketball team, was happy that their fellow athletes wanted to shine the light on such an important topic.
It's against domestic violence, so I'm actually part of a club here on campus, and it actually means a lot. It saves lives, and it's cool that we're raising money to help people who are going through that, so I think it's really important.
Wanting to support her fellow Cardinal athletes along with being in the club made it a very easy decision for Fernie to attend this event.
Planned, but my friends are on the hockey team, and I got invited to play on a team, and I was like, of course, I'm part of the club, not the club, but a club, so yeah, I definitely.
Now, while it may have been Bob Emery's idea to let O'Quinn host it, his team had no problem backing up their fellow Cardinal.
Actually, our coach Bob Emery had the idea of domestic violence, and also Will Quinter had a really good cause, and we really wanted to do it. All the guys were really enthusiastic about it, having a great cause. And as you can see, everyone's having a great time, so I'm happy right now.
While there were many players on the court, per se, there were some good performances. And when asked who the real MVP of the tournament was, Santino had no problem letting us know who he thought it was.
I don't want to say it, but I have a couple goals right now. I do have a couple assists. I don't know what everyone else is doing, but I'm a competitive guy. It just happens. It's natural to me, so.
All in all, a great way for the Cardinals to give back to the community. In Plattsburgh, for Cardinal Sports, I'm Chase Cowan.
Coming up next, we have 2 great hockey players. As you can see, they're here in the studio getting ready right now, joining us to give us an insight on their upcoming season. Stick around to hear what they have to say.
Here at PSTV, we cover a lot of hockey. It's starting to show.
Yo, Manny!
So how you doing?
Yeah, see the camera, man.
No problem. Here you go.
Whoa. I had that reserved. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not. Are you kidding me? Hey, 2 minutes for fighting. What are you in for? Fighting. Yep, instigating. Happens.
Hey, what's up? The zombie apocalypse is here! I already knew about that. Don't you watch North Country News on PSTV? Wait, you already knew about this? It's fine. There's an axe right in the closet. No problems.
Stay informed. Watch North Country News.
I want to welcome you to yet another version of After Hours here on PSTV.
And welcome to another installment of Talk Nerdy to Me.
You look excited.
Yeah.
I'm freezing.
I'm Lauren Weiss.
And I'm Kyle Bryant. Let's take a look at today's top stories.
2 minutes of the finest in news that you need to know about.
And now it's time for a PSTV News special report.
Garbage time! With 2 seconds left!
Hi, I'm Caitlin Turk, forward for the Plattsburgh State Women's Hockey Team, and you're watching PSTV.
Welcome back to Cardinal Sports. Here we have senior goaltender Brady Rulo and senior forward Kyle Hall. They're going to be talking some hockey with us. So what got you guys into hockey?
Well, growing up in Western Canada, hockey's kind of like a religion. Everyone plays it. My brothers played it, my dad played it, and kind of grew up fighting each other on the pond and learning how to skate. So that's how I got into it.
Yeah, same, Western Canada, born and raised, and kind of a good thing to get into when you're young. It was a kind of a way to make friends and stay active. My dad wanted me to play when I was really young. Now, I don't know about my mom, but he didn't want me to be a goalie. He wanted me to kind of be a defenseman and stuff. But yeah, he was a big influence on playing, and definitely just the culture with like Hockey Night in Canada and stuff on Saturday nights. That's been a big thing for my family.
Who are your guys' influences growing up?
Well, my dad was a huge influence. He was the one that got me into it. Being a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, I looked up to Matt Sundin as well, and Ty Domi. He liked to drop the mitts and fight, so I liked that as a kid.
Awesome.
Yeah, same. Definitely, my father was a big one. He was actually in Edmonton when the Oilers were kind of running away with everything. When they won all those cups with Gretzky and Messier and stuff, and so he actually got to party with them in the bars with the Stanley Cup. So that was definitely a big thing for us to be an Oilers fan and play hockey, just to kind of live up to those role models.
Describe the process that brought you to Plattsburgh, and what do you think of the city?
Well, played hockey out in Saskatchewan, and one random game the coach showed up and asked if I'd like to come here, and kind of out of the blue, and came, and I loved every minute of it. It's been a lot of fun. It's been one of the best decisions of my life.
Awesome.
Yeah, I played out in Western Canada for actually 3 different teams in 3 years. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, but I definitely got recruited, said yes, I would come. Been a really good decision ever since then. The city seems to be really into the hockey team, which is more surprising than I thought, just because in the United States it doesn't seem to be that big of a sport for some reason, but it's definitely huge here, and we really love all the fans and the support that we get, so it's been a really good decision for me.
Awesome. When I say last season, what comes to mind, whether good or bad?
Well, we won a lot of hockey games, you know. We were a pretty skilled team. We came together, and it didn't turn out the way we wanted, but it was a fun year and a good building block, I think, for us moving forward into this season.
Yeah, definitely a lot of wins, lots of fun times, lots of good times with the guys. Happy buses on the way home from road trips, lots of movies. Yeah, just a positive kind of atmosphere throughout the year. Even though we didn't end it as well as we wanted to, I think we can take a lot of positives from last year and kind of build on them, trying to make it farther every year. So hopefully we can get a little bit farther than last year.
Awesome. Now the real question. You guys defeated the rival Oswego 3 times last year in overtime. How do you feel about that?
Well, the Plattsburgh-Oswego rivalry is insane around here. Crowds go nuts, people line up, and it just felt great being able to beat them, whether it was in overtime or by 5 goals. But you couldn't write the script that happened last year, 3 overtime wins. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome. Definitely overtime wins are a little bit more emotional. You get a pretty big high after. Taking back 2 years ago, we went into Oswego and tied, and that was a kind of a kick in the nuts in a sense. We especially in front of all those fans and our fans that showed up, that kind of were standing in the back making noise for us. So we hope to always kind of come out on top on that rivalry, because there's a lot of bragging rights that people take from it in the community as well.
Awesome. Does it fire you guys up knowing that the team you share the rink with is on a bit of a win streak?
You know, it's good for them that they're winning, but yeah, we'd like to win, and I think it's our turn. If they win too, that's great, but we'll cheer them on, but I think we're going to focus on us this year.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely going to focus on our side of the rink. But yeah, you can't say anything negative about any team. Like, everybody wants to win, and it brings revenue to everybody with them doing well. They get lots of fans. Sometimes the fans will stay for our games after, and that's what we can't say anything less about their team compared to winning and stuff. So it's just been good. Both atmospheres being a winning atmosphere has helped. I would say helped everybody in the community.
Awesome, awesome. And what can we expect from the Plattsburgh State men's hockey team this year?
I think a good, young, fast, talented team. Lots of newcomers. I think they're going to surprise the fans. They're all going to do a really good job stepping in, and I think we're going to win a lot of hockey games again.
Awesome.
Yeah, lots of fast games. Hopefully we're going to score a lot of goals this year. Hopefully we can, in impress the fans with some gritty play and maybe some rough stuff. I know in college you can't fight like we could in juniors and stuff.
Right.
But we got some freshmen coming in that are going to have to take a little bit of a step back when it comes to that stuff and protect some players without getting penalties. But it should be entertaining, and we should have some really good games for people to come watch.
Okay. Well, you guys are NHL fans. You guys both have teams, right? Debate it out. Which one of your teams is going to the Stanley Cup Finals?
Well, mentioned earlier, the Toronto Maple Leafs are my team to cheer for. They got the first overall pick last year, Austin Matthews, and they got rid of one of the biggest liabilities in Dion Phaneuf. So it's hard to beat that, and I think they're going to go pretty far this year.
Yeah, I mean, Toronto's been hard-pressed last couple of years to win a game, but Edmonton's no better. I mean, I'm an Edmonton Oilers fan. They got a young goalie who's going to be good, Talbot, and they got McDavid, who's potentially the next Wayne Gretzky.
Oh. Well, awesome. Coming up after the break.
Wait, can I do it?
Go for it.
Coming up after the break, we have a new segment for Cardinal Sports.
Stay with us.
National Broadcasting Society is a nationwide organization of over 85 chapters from across the country. One of the goals of NBS is to help students from across the country network with each other as well as professionals in the industry. NBS is open to anybody to join on campus. Meetings are held every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. in Yoakum 205.
Sports.
Are you okay?
Card Sports!
Now on Cardinal Sports, a new segment we like to call Totally Teammates, where one teammate gives clues and acts out a word to get the other teammate to guess it.
We're showing the audience the words so you can all play along with us.
I am Max Murray.
And I'm Dan Dwyer.
And we're from Plattsburgh State Men's Rugby.
And we are ready to play.
What is Forrest Morgan good at doing?
Yelling. Shouting.
In rugby.
Coaching.
Rugby. Teaching. What's the score?
Switching in and out players.
No, what's the score?
Tries.
Boom. What's a player who? Any team player.
Pack player.
No.
Back player. Rugby.
What do you have to be to play sports?
Athlete.
What's the time in between football games?
Halftime.
What am I good at doing in rugby?
Running.
Again.
Being fast.
Again.
Passing.
Again.
Not catching. Catching.
When I take someone down.
Tackle.
Can't be said I can't catch. What are we good at when we have the ball? What's that called?
Basketball. Big man basketball. Like today's Michael.
LeBron James.
Yep. Football has a brother on the Giants. Quarterback.
Eli Manning.
Goofy looking, yeah. Legend of basketball. Space Jam. Space Jam.
Michael Jordan.
Yep. This guy run miles and miles, but really quickly.
Usain Bolt.
Yep. I'm gonna skip this one. We'll come back to it.
All right.
We'll skip this one. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Big tennis lady, like super good at tennis, like so good that too fast. Like
Serena Williams.
Yep, Serena Williams. Got it.
No, she has a sister.
Did not.
They both play, but Serena's better.
She does things like she's really good at it.
Sounds like a freak.
Baseball bat. Hit. Person. Person swinging a bat. Hitter.
I can't.
Man on base. Dunk. Guy dunking. Basketball player. Dunking. Water polo. Volleyball. Volleyball. Spike. Volleyball spike. Pitcher. Pitcher. Golf outing. Golf. Person. Person swinging club. Golfer. Angry. You look like you're about to bite me. Food contest. Joey Chestnut. Kobayashi.
Mouth guard. Last round was definitely the hardest. I got very frustrated very quickly.
Yeah, I can tell you're frustrated.
It's hard to show that I was a person for him to understand.
Well, you didn't show that at first. You showed that after for me to get that. Yeah.
Sure.
I figured someone would
I golfed. I did this. I pointed at my skin.
Was that supposed to be Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I got it. Thanks, guys. That was fun. Make sure to check out Cardinal Sports for the next segment of Totally Teammates.
Coming up next time on Cardinal Sports, our very new segment, which we like to call Cardinal Spotlight of the Week.
How it works is that we ask each coach to nominate one player that they feel is the player of the week, not only for their performance on the team, but also what they do in the community.
Out of all the nominees, one is chosen to be our athlete of the week.
Now, Christian, if you had to choose your athlete of the week, who would you go with?
Honestly, Tim, I'm going with Caitlin Healy. I would have went with Sakuchio, but Healy did an amazing job in both singles and the team tennis. She won both her sets by herself against Workholm, and she was also able to win with Kelsey Henn.
Well, I gotta go Sakuchio. She scored 3 in the last 2. Yeah. I mean, she's putting the team on her back, and I can only hope that she's doing other things in the community as well to help out the city of Plattsburgh, not only by dominating as the Lady Cardinals take home some wins.
Definitely fair choices, fair choices. Well, we hope you enjoyed our first episode back, and if you thought that was great, we've got bigger and better things on the way.
Join us next time. Good night, Cardinal Country.
Hey, yeah, I wanna shoot, baby, shoot.